Your competitors are scared of you. The Morgan AI-powered Life, the king of closings. This Wednesday at 1 p.m. PST.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Mike Savino. The CFPB is about to start a mandatory review of its rules for mortgage origination. The review comes as Republicans want to completely shake up the agency, saying that it's ripe for reform. Meanwhile, Democrats in the U.S. Senate want President Joe Biden to use everything in his power to make housing more affordable. In a letter earlier this month, 19 Democrats urged Biden to maximize available federal resources across all relevant agencies to help both homebuyers and renters. This includes people staying in their homes, including using infrastructure funding to help make homes more energy efficient. They also want the White House to encourage local and state agencies to use some of their federal funding for the same purposes. In other news, if you don't know how to work with self-employed borrowers, you'd better start learning. According to the St. Louis Fed, the number of self-employed people increased during the pandemic, and as of February of 2022, they made up 11% of all workers in the United States. But it's important to make sure that they can afford the home that they buy. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says that 1 in 5 businesses will fail within the first year, and it's the lender's responsibility to ensure a borrower can afford the loan that they're taking out. So it's crucial that a borrower's business is viable, and you have to make sure that you're getting all of the information you need to make accurate calculations to avoid delays and errors later on. This means getting a full set of tax returns, including schedules and worksheets. Now, if you build a reputation for being able to help self-employed borrowers, you can certainly see more referrals in the future. So you can read more tips on this in this month's issue of NMP Magazine, available now at nmpmag.com. Coming up, we'll look at another way to diversify your pipeline.
I don't have to be babysitting my loans. I don't have to be checking on everything. I get to spend more time with my family at the same time as I'm closing more loans. Join Sunwest Mortgage, and you're going to see that for yourself. It's the best experience ever, honestly.
Break free of the matrix of manual loan processing and underwriting. Use Morgan now.
Welcome back. The United States population continues to become more diverse, and that's certainly true of home buyers, but buyers want to work with originators who can relate to them, understand them. So how to make sure your team is ready? NMP staff writer Katie Jensen has some tips in this month's cover story for Mortgage Banker Magazine.
Because communities of color have business value. And I think it's us shifting our understanding.
Want to boost your pipeline? Take a look at your customer base. More specifically, who's in it. Working with a diverse customer base can help bring in more loans and boost your profits. But how do you get there?
Whole team. So what you see in diverse teams, 2 + 2 = 5.
It starts with your team. A study by McKinsey Global Institute looked at 1,000 companies in 50 countries. The results? More diverse companies saw a 36% boost in profitability. But that means changing how the industry recruits.
Hey, my son wants to get into this business. So they train their son, then they train their cousins and their sisters and everything, and it remains the same.
But a diverse team can also help you connect and understand your borrowers. Woody White of Homebridge Financial Services remembers watching a banker try to tell low-income customers to put their money in CDs.
If you understood the community, people who need their money to be liquid, they need access to it, you wouldn't be telling them to put their money in a 3-year CD.
A diverse staff can also help you navigate language and cultural differences. Without that, you can do all the outreach you want, but some potential borrowers just won't trust you.
Just doing that with a Spanish flyer is not going to do it, especially if you get the translation wrong because you're in a Puerto Rican community, not a Colombian community.
Right. You have to listen to your borrowers, especially when they talk about bad experiences in the past, and show them you genuinely want to help them achieve their dreams. Otherwise, they may just see you as someone else in finance looking to take advantage of them.
They'd rather not play than get a mortgage and lose their home because the bank wasn't returning their calls and willing to work with them because they're in a certain zip code.
You can read more about diversifying your staff and growing your profits in Mortgage Banker magazine, available now at mortgagebankermag.com. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Katie Jensen.
Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting today, and it's a trend in rate locks. The overall number of rate locks fell in February when compared to the prior month, but the dollar volume rose by 2% over the same period. This is because of a shift towards jumbo loans, which offered more favorable rates than government-sponsored enterprise products. Now, despite the dollar volume gain, purchase lock counts are still down more than 40% from last year and are also way below where they were pre-pandemic. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.